So you believe that the events in the Bible actually happened? Yes, I do, and I have a lot of really good reasons to believe that actually. But hold up just a second, does that mean that you believe that the Noah story actually happened, like the flood that happened thousands of years ago? Yes, I do, but so did a lot of ancient cultures. Like, a lot of ancient cultures actually believed in an ancient flood story that's a lot like Noah's. Yeah. I know about the Epic of Gilgamesh and all that and their own flood story. But, like, weren't the Sumerians, like, neighbors to the Israelites? So, doesn't that really just tell us that they were neighbors and probably shared a lot of the same stories with one another? No, as a matter of fact, there are so many cultures that have a shared flood story narrative. Here's a map of all the ancient cultures that have a flood story. That's a lot like Noah's or something kind of like that. Clearly it's not just because they were neighbors, and it's not anything like they were just borrowing with one another. It's something that was widely prevalent in the ancient world. As you can see here, there are cultures that were oceans apart from Israel and still had flood stories that were a lot like the Israelite Noah story. No, I don't know about that because aren't floods like super common? So like, wouldn't every ancient culture have like their own have like a flood story? No, but when you actually look at these stories and you read them, the similarities are too great for it to just be a coincidence or for it to just be generic flood coincidences. Like, for example, when we take a look at the Tsimshian tribe, they're a tribe that were located around Alaska, British Columbia. They have a flood story that's way too similar to Noah's. They both talk about a flood that wiped everything out. They both talk about rain that lasted for like a really long time, not just like a day or two, but rain that lasted, according to the Tsimshian narrative, 20 days. And in the Bible, it talks about how it lasted for 40 days. They both talk about how people had like one language prior to the flood, and then after the flood, the languages got scattered as people got scattered. And they both talk about how despite the flood being devastating, somehow all the animal species were saved, except for, according to the Tsimshian tradition, 2 animals. And weirdly, one of the animals that the Tsimshian tradition describes, I think it's called the hau-hau. You should look up their description of it. It's kind of bizarre, and it might light some connections in your brain that would make it more bizarre even. But anyways, I won't digress into that part. But and now the Tsimshian tradition is only one tradition with many similarities to the biblical Noah story. But you should look into all the other stories. I don't have time to look into all of them, but there are so many of them, and you should just read about all of them and just look at the similarities. They're too great to actually ignore, And now another thing too is you should look into the Younger Dryas impact theory. The Younger Dryas is like a proposed geological phase of the Earth's history wherein there was a lot of rain and a lot of flooding throughout the world. And yeah, that's just another reason to believe in it. But there are so many reasons why we shouldn't discount there having been a flood thousands of years ago. So yeah, thank you. So guys, please look into whether or not Christianity is true. Look into it for yourself. We all have presuppositions about things, and we all have our own beliefs about everything. But as far as it goes with Christianity, please just dig and see for yourself whether or not you actually believe in it or not. If you don't believe in it, test it. Go out there and actually do some digging, do some research, see whether or not your presupposed beliefs about it are actually true. You might come to find out that, wait a second, it actually has a lot more validity than you previously thought, and if Christianity is true, and if whoever you are out there, if you don't believe in that Christianity is true, if Jesus actually is who he says he is, and if you're rejecting him, it's basically like rejecting the human embodiment of love itself. So please, just look into it and actually test for yourself and see whether or not Christianity is true. I know for a fact, after having done so much digging, I know that Christianity is true. And I just want everybody to kind of find the same love that I found, find the same peace that I found, I know like my life before and after Christianity, completely different things. I mean, after Christianity, it's just brighter and brighter, and just like it's just like a brightness, like a light that I didn't know could exist on my life, like a hope that I did not know there could be in my life. So please, just like, I wouldn't wish separation from God on anybody. And I hope that everybody finds God and accepts God, because God is the source of all love. So please, like, accept. So I'm just inviting you to dig into it and accept God's love, you know.